Jumbo, everybody. In today's video, I'm putting away laundry. I thought this would be a good time to talk about the word of the year, looking back at 2020 and then looking forward to 2021. Do you have a word for 2021? If you do, let me know what it is in the comments. I asked this question on Instagram, and I got a lot of really good words. I'll share those with you guys so you can get some inspiration from them. In 2020, well, actually going into 2020, the end of 2019, I was figuring out my word for 2020. And the word that just kept bonking me on the head was one I was resisting, because I said, man, if I have this word, I'm going to manifest something in my life that this needs to come into play. So the word was heal. And I was like, gosh, I'm going to manifest something where I need to heal from it. Hello, 2020. I think we all need to heal from 2020. Okay. I was like, no, I'm going to figure out a different word and we're just going to go with that. And I did. I figured out a different word for 2020. And to be honest with you, I don't even remember what it was now, because really the word for me for 2020 actually was heal. So for a couple of different reasons. 2019 was hard. 2020 was harder. And so I was like, come March, emotionally, March, April, May, through the summer, took a toll. And so for me, out of all of that, emotionally, it was the hardest. And so I sought out help. I actually decided to do the Inner Circle, which is the kind of a group therapy, group coaching type of thing that Dr. Nicole LaPera, the holistic psychologist, runs. And so I sought that out, and I was kind of nervous about it because I was like, I had never done really like therapy of any kind before, and I didn't know what to expect and that kind of thing. And it has been the best thing for me. I just emotionally, I feel like a totally different person. Now, every day is every day, right? Like every day is a new situation, but what she teaches is how to recognize like what is triggering you, why is it triggering you, and how are you responding to that trigger, how to set boundaries. I learned about codependent tendencies, which has helped me understand why certain actions are being played out in the way they are within the family and various things. And so it's really interesting just to learn all of that stuff. And it's made me emotionally just feel so much better and more in control of my emotions rather than letting my emotions control me. Now, I have my moments, okay? But it's been really a big part of 2020. And so that was one thing. Second thing was at the beginning of 2020, my mom was in the hospital, so helping her heal and get back to health, which she's in now. So that was another part of it. Obviously, the state of the world as it's in right now, I think there's a big collective healing going on. But the other thing, and I was talking about this, I have a support type of group on Facebook that I run that is for caregivers and those who have autoimmune disease, because we're an autoimmune household, and just sharing things that I've learned along the way about how to best support your health and things like that when autoimmune or anything chronic happens in your household. And so if you guys are interested in that group, by the way, I'll link it below. You guys are welcome to be in there. So I was talking about this in a video that I did yesterday about how when we have something chronic, or even if we have something acute, but especially from a chronic standpoint, it's very much a mind-body connection, as well as having people in your life that are the experts, like really good doctors or psychologists or anybody who is an expert in that field, helping to guide you. It's a very much a blending of all of that really helps get you onto a pathway of healing from our own experience. And so when I was talking about that, I was realizing, I was remembering a documentary that I watched on Netflix. And it's available other places. If you've gotten rid of Netflix, it's available on I think it's Apple and other places too, so you can find it. But the documentary is called Heal. Huh, imagine that. And it literally, what is talked about in that documentary is like, without even knowing it, all of the things that my husband and I have done pretty much in our lives to help get him into remission, help me with my own chronic types of things, anxiety, IBS types of situations and things like that, obviously emotion stuff too. And as I was watching that documentary, I just watched it in November because I had heard about Heal for years. My sister told me, you've got to watch this, you've got to watch this. And I just never got around to doing it. I finally watched it in November, and at the end of it, like, there were things in there I was like sobbing through like the whole thing, because I was like, man, this is why my word of 2020 is heal. Like, it's all coming full circle to me right now. This documentary outlines literally everything that we have done to help get ourselves, our household, to a point of not only physical healing, but working into emotional healing too. And so it just was like bonk, 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 like all these things. So anyway, that brings us to 2021. So 2021, I have decided that my word, and it actually is one of those things that just kind of came about, pretty much like the heal word did, that my word is enough. And I'm going to put the words that you guys said on Instagram up here as well, if you need any inspiration to, figure out your word for 2021. So enough has a lot of connotations, a lot of reasons behind that particular word. The first one, though, that I think is the most important and overarching one is that I am enough. As I am, I don't need to prove myself or my worth to anybody. And that is something that I have done forever. Trying to prove myself, prove my worthiness. And so I am enough. So that's the first thing. Second thing is that I also think of it as positive and negative. Positive is I have enough. I have enough money to purchase what I need to purchase, donate where I want to donate, this and that and the other. I have enough of whatever, anything, everything. I have enough. Second thing is enough is enough. Enough with the self-sabotage. Enough with not playing at 115% or 150%. Enough of the things that are not serving me. And so that is my word. And it seems like maybe not like super inspiring word. Like, I had a phrase 2 years ago that was inspired action, right? And that just seemed so high and mighty and all the things. And I'm like, no, 2021 is enough. So that's my word for 2021. I would love to know what your word is for 2021 as well. If you have one, or if you're thinking about one, post it in the comments. Let us know what your word is. And if you want to share what your word was for 2020, let us know that too. Always happy to see all your comments and see what's going on in your brains as well. Because this is what's coming out of my brain, but I want to know what's in yours too. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today while I fold my laundry. If you haven't already and you'd like to, hit that button down below, subscribe so you never miss a daily video. And like I said, if you want to join my Overwhelmed to Empowered Autoimmune Facebook group, we'd love to have you in there. We're going to be talking all about things that I have done throughout the last 5 years, things that my husband has done as well, to help get us on the road of healing. Let me know what your word is. See y'all tomorrow. Ciao.